Now let's have a look at chemistry. Sense perception is also crucial here, especially when you become tired of reading all these fascinating experiments in the textbook and want to see it for yourself. Although some solutions, as you probably know already, are colorless, we can add a substance into the solution and identify color change, effervescence, good-bad odor, and perhaps the formation of a salt from the chemical reaction. This time, I will describe a simple experiment which demonstrates a particular condensation reaction, esterification. Esters are known to have a fruity smell. When alcohol and carboxylic acid condense, an ester is formed. However, this is a forward and reverse reaction, so depending on certain conditions, the forward reaction can be more favorable, and hence there is a higher yield of esters. When ethanoic acid and pentanol condense, pentyl ethanoate is formed, which smells like bananas. Here we are using the nose to smell and identifying which ester is formed. The knowledge claims derived from shared knowledge include that carboxylic acid plus alcohol gives ester and water. Secondly, a catalyst is required, which is concentrated sulfuric acid. And as for personal knowledge, well, this could include the observation of the experiment, which is we can also test for alcohol, carboxylic acid, and the ester formed. Most shared knowledge claims come from our textbooks, smart students, a couple of teachers, or trustable online sources. The textbooks tend to be more reliable because many scientists around the world agree to the results and publish them, so the rest can compare their results with more accurate data. Calculations are also involved in equations, so that one will expect experimental data to be close to the theoretical data, or at least follow the general trend. Lastly, we shall look at the pros and cons of sense perception. The pros include that you can actually witness what happens, which is an effective way of learning. You can also enjoy learning numerous things with one or more senses. Also, for example, a person may spend 10 minutes describing a cake, saying that it has a silky texture and all those fancy descriptions which you try hard to imagine, but becomes so confusing that you just decide to buy the cake and eat it, and you can easily formalize how it actually tastes. Because of this, sense perception is to some extent unreliable, especially for natural sciences, because technology is constantly revising and improving, so that data becomes more accurate and there are fewer systematic errors. As humans, or basically animals, we rely on our senses every day, and our genetic and environmental differences are inevitable. Therefore, it may be hard to agree to what everyone says at first, so there are controversial problems which will never end. People also interpret things differently when others attempt to communicate through a picture or a string of words.
Give you all I am. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. But I'm only human, and I bleed when I fall down. I'm only human, and I crash and I break down. Your words in my head, knives in my heart. You build me up and then I fall apart, 'cause I'm only